There's more magma underneath Yellowstone than scientists anticipated, a new study found. Yellowstone caldera's magma reservoir contains substantial melt at depths that fueled prior eruptions.
In a span of mere 12 hours, the northern reaches of Yellowstone Lake have become a theater of nature's fury. It all began on March 28 when Yellowstone was hit by a seemingly trivial quake of magnitude 0.7, but little did we know it was merely the beginning of an extraordinary seismic turmoil. In a matter of hours, an astounding 60 earthquakes, spanning from magnitude 0.1 to 3.7, jolted the region. Among these, 2 quakes surpassed the formidable 3.0 mark, with the mightiest one boasting a magnitude of 3.7, striking at 8:24 a.m. This incident has alarmed scientists around the world, as the entire park sits on top of a massive volcano, a sleeping giant with the potential for catastrophic eruption. Instruments have now again begun detecting more unusual activity at Yellowstone. Seismic tremors, which had once been infrequent and mild, have escalated in frequency and intensity. Some fear it might be signaling the advent of a new volcanic eruption, one with the potential to upend our very civilization as we know it. Join us as we uncover the enigma at the heart of Yellowstone, separate facts from fiction, and find out what truly awaits humanity.
Yellowstone in northwest Wyoming, land of geysers, mountains, and lakes, is also sitting atop a supervolcano. So what does this mean? Well, joining us right now is Michio Kaku.
It's sitting on top of a sleeping giant. Now, if you're sleeping next to an 800-pound gorilla, you monitor every burp, every snore of this gigantic gorilla, because when it blows, it could destroy the United States as we know it.
To have a better context of the alarming discovery, it's crucial to get familiar with the profound history that underpins Yellowstone National Park. Established in 1872 by President Ulysses S. Grant, Yellowstone isn't just the inaugural U.S. national park, it's a global pioneer, the first of its kind. Spanning over 2.2 million acres across 3 states, it's a realm of untamed landscapes, geysers, and diverse wildlife, from grizzly bears to herds of bison and elk. Yet, beneath this serene facade lies a forgotten truth. Yellowstone is no ordinary park. It conceals a colossal volcanic crater, one of the planet's most active. Hidden from sight underground is a supervolcano, with past eruptions dwarfing the scale of typical volcanic events 100 times over. The caldera itself, born from 3 super eruptions in the past 2.1 million years, is an immense crater, a testament to nature's unimaginable power. The most recent of these eruptions, approximately 640,000 years ago, shaped the Yellowstone caldera we know today. Imagine the might of an explosion that propelled over 240 cubic miles of rock, ash, and gases into the atmosphere, triggering a global temperature drop and reverberating across ecosystems worldwide. The aftermath paints a grim picture: continents cloaked in ash, disrupted climates, and unprecedented destruction. However, the story so far told is just the start. Don't tune out just yet, for the tale takes a more ominous turn.
Today, we have incredible biological diversity in different habitats around the globe. But in places like Yellowstone National Park, we can find particular environments that mimic the conditions of the early Earth.
Recent scientific studies have unearthed a startling truth. At present, beneath the surface, scientists have discovered there is not one, but 2 massive magma chambers lying dormant within the sprawling expanse of this colossal volcano. First, there is the magma chamber that surfaced in the 1980s, nestled approximately 10 kilometers below, cradling a staggering 10,000 cubic kilometers of molten rock. And then, delving even deeper, an earth-shattering find, a second chamber, lurking 20 to 50 kilometers below, dwarfing the first at a staggering 4.5 times its size. This unprecedented discovery unveiled through seismic imaging leaves us awestruck. Picture this. Combined, these chambers harbor a molten reservoir equal to the volume of all the water in the Great Lakes 2.5 times over. An astounding revelation that paints a vivid picture of nature's staggering might. While this doesn't necessarily elevate the odds of an eruption, it does bring forth an eerie prospect. The shallow chamber replenished time and again could fuel the park's geothermal marvels in an unstoppable cycle, like an unseen heartbeat beneath the surface. Given the enormity of magma that will be released, the mere mention of a looming eruption is certain to send an undeniable shiver down the spine of anyone. Imagine this, a volcanic eruption of an unprecedented scale, the likes of which the modern world has never witnessed. The immediate vicinity of the park would be plunged into chaos. Lava's relentless advance, pyroclastic surges, and relentless rain of hot ash would sweep away all in their path. The very essence of this blissful landscape, its vibrant biodiversity, and its iconic geysers would all be swallowed by the unforgiving fury of the eruption. But the death toll could exceed that of any event in history. The millions of tourists who visit the park each year could face an unimaginable threat. Towns and communities up to 1,000 miles away could stand perilously in harm's way, and orchestrating their evacuation would be an overwhelming challenge. Grim models show that a Yellowstone supereruption could cast its shadow over 3/4 of the U.S., potentially threatening the lives of tens of millions. However, the most chilling aspect lies in the aftermath, a widespread blanket of ash that could descend upon North America. Picture this, areas as far-reaching as Missouri and Texas potentially submerged under more than 10 centimeters of ash, while regions nearer to Yellowstone could be buried beneath several meters. Yet, even this is just the beginning of the scale of calamity. The expulsion of colossal quantities of volcanic gases and aerosols would disperse into the atmosphere, unleashing a global climate upheaval. Picture a veil of sulfurous gases and aerosols shrouding the stratosphere, a shroud that shields sunlight and precipitates a profound cooling of Earth's surface. The aftermath of this cataclysmic event could lower global temperatures by a staggering 12 degrees Celsius for years. This chilling phenomenon, often coined as a volcanic winter, would trigger a domino effect on weather patterns, inducing crop failures, food scarcity, and socioeconomic turmoil in far-reaching corners of our planet. The long-term casualties we are looking at here are not in the millions, but in billions. It's an eerie narrative, a chilling reminder of nature's unpredictability and its potential to upheave our world.
So we're going to talk about volcanoes. And with the question, is Yellowstone going to blow? That's the question.
Okay, right.
And so we need a volcanologist for this, all right? And so we found one.
Okay.
In the name of Janine Krippner. Janine, excellent. And you work for the Smithsonian Global Volcanism Program. Okay, so Janine, what is Yellowstone is in the news anytime someone wants to think apocalyptically. So what is a supervolcano?
Supervolcano is basically a name that was made up for a volcano that has at some point in the past produced the largest style of eruption. So for these super eruptions, or we have this volcano explosivity index, VEI. So it goes 1 to 8. 8 is this super eruption.
Now, recent seismic ripples near Yellowstone's eastern rim, a stone's throw from the site of the last major eruption, thrust this geological marvel back into the limelight. Are we on the verge of a seismic calamity? Seismologists and geologists are studying the data, seeking clues to decipher whether this restless volcanic system's behavior is evolving.
So this is a big earthquake for us. It is possible that there'll be damage from an earthquake this size, and we do expect there to be hundreds, if not thousands, of aftershocks. And so people can expect basically to continue feeling shaking and earthquakes throughout the day and for the upcoming days and so forth.
Assuredly, both the University of Utah seismograph stations and the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory reassure that the current seismicity doesn't imply an immediate eruption. These quakes more likely signify the stirring of subterranean fluids and gases, a natural dance in this geologically vibrant domain. Yet this revelation should not make us forget that other geological dangers are ever present even as the giant remains dormant for now. Geysers and hot springs, seemingly ethereal wonders, unveil the unseen activity. Hydrothermal explosions, born from superheated water abruptly transmuting into steam, present a formidable face of this subterranean fury. Smaller yet potent hydrothermal explosions, similar to uncharacteristically grand geyser events, remain an annual affair and a lurking danger. Consider the past. In 1989, the earth shook as Porkchop Geyser burst forth, and the echoes of its eruption linger in the debris scattered around the central spring. A mere 3,000 years ago, a colossal explosion carved a crater within the park. But even more insidious are landslides, lurking in the shadows. Unsteady terrains coupled with relentless weathering and seismic jolts could instigate sudden, catastrophic landslides. Roads blocked, trails severed, sections isolated, the repercussions cascade, imperiling explorers and motorists alike. Yet the biggest of dangers is the ever-present earthquakes. Subtle yet immensely powerful reminders of the monstrous volcano shifting beneath its slumbering mantle, like a giant stirring softly in its dreams. Quakes within Yellowstone aren't entirely uncommon. In fact, they account for approximately half of the seismic activity across the Intermountain West. Bear in mind, this region stands as one of the United States' most seismically active areas, hosting an annual range of 1,000 to 3,000 earthquakes. The majority of these disruptions often go unnoticed, a testament to nature's silent yet insidious dance. The recently captured sequence, however, has reignited concerns and anxieties about the looming possibility of a monumental seismic event, the dreaded big one, right within the park's boundaries. One seismic event, in particular, looms large in our collective psyche: the Yellowstone Lake earthquake. This magnitude 7.5 Temblor stands resolute as the mightiest earthquake to ever grip this land in recorded memory. Could we be on the point of a chilling echo from the past? The Yellowstone Lake earthquake unfolded a cataclysmic cascade. Its violent embrace birthed monumental landslides, including one that birthed Quake Lake. With an astounding velocity of 100 miles per hour, a monstrous torrent of 80 million tons of rock, earth, and debris barreled forth. It swallowed a campground and claimed the lives of 28 souls. Bridges buckled, roads crumbled, and structures quaked in its wake, not just in the quake's vicinity but far and wide. And the reckoning didn't halt there. The upheaval reached deep within Yellowstone's heart. Dormant geysers sprang to life, their eruptions marking a seismic symphony of their own. Behaviors shifted and patterns transformed. The renowned Old Faithful geyser, a stalwart testament to nature's rhythm, found its intervals rewritten. New hot springs and gas vents burst forth from the ground, carving an indelible mark on this otherworldly canvas. The aftermath ushered in an era of reckoning. The seismic stakes were reassessed, seismic risks redefined. Monitors intensified their vigilance. Agencies redoubled their efforts. Building codes were revised and emergency response plans fortified. It was a wake-up call etched in the fabric of history, propelling us to prepare, to be vigilant, lest history comes to repeat itself. As scientists continue to probe deeper into the heart of Yellowstone's enigma, the world watches, collectively holding its breath, eager for the revelations yet to unfurl. In this pursuit of unraveling the mystery, our attention shifts to a realm that might hold vital clues: the park's very wildlife. Amidst dense forests and sprawling meadows, from the swelling geysers to the frigid rivers, a symphony of life thrives. But a curious anomaly has taken root. Bewildering encounters with wildlife, notably bison, are capturing attention. A mere fortnight ago, a woman fell victim to a bison's fury despite repeated warnings. Tragedy struck again just last week, a life claimed on Buttermilk Trail, seemingly by a grizzly bear. As the investigation unfolds, a haunting question lingers. Could these unsettling events be tied to the recent seismic tremors? While the jury remains out on any direct link, experts contemplate an intriguing notion. Animals, long entwined with this land's rhythms, might possess a unique sensitivity. Through millennia, they've coexisted with Yellowstone's geological dances. An age-old idea resurfaces that animals can sense seismic shifts before humans. Recorded instances of dogs barking incessantly or cats vanishing before earthquakes echo this sentiment. Yet, in Yellowstone, this connection could be more profound than ever. The park's very terrain, from geothermal wonders to seismic strings, courses for the veins of its inhabitants. Bison in particular stands as custodians of this realm, drawing warmth from geothermal pockets in winter and shaping their migrations according to the land's geological song. Could these shifts in animal behavior be an unspoken response to an awaiting underground cataclysm? Are they attuned to vibrations or invisible chemical changes beyond our perception? It's a riddle that scientists are tirelessly unraveling, seeking echoes of the correlation between fauna and seismic data. As rivers flow, geysers erupt, earthquakes rumble, and creatures stir. A profound interplay unfolds before our eyes, an intricate dance of nature's elements we're only beginning to understand. In the captivating chronicle of Yellowstone's enigma, we now reach a pivotal moment. A new plan unfolds. The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory and its dedicated partners have unveiled a detailed roadmap to improve monitoring and hazard assessment in the region. Picture this: a vast network of vigilant GPS stations and other instruments, strategically scattered across the park, silently observing seismic tremors and the very pulse of the land in real time. This is the backbone monitoring system, an ever-watchful sentinel that has been diligently keeping track of Earth's secretive maneuvers. But it doesn't stop there. The plan speaks of an upgrade, a promise of even sharper insights into the heart of the Earth as time unfolds. But they don't simply want to leave any stone untouched. This system of geological surveillance is further augmented by the use of hydrothermal monitoring. This part of the plan is set to unlock the secrets of Yellowstone's steaming and bubbling geysers. Imagine sensors delicately measuring the temperature, pressure, and chemistry of these enigmatic basins, painting a vivid picture of the subterranean world we can barely comprehend with our senses. A creeping suspense hangs in the air. The plan doesn't just talk of progress, it carries a whispered warning. It's as if the Earth itself is telling us, stay vigilant, stay prepared. Unusual changes in the patterns of the hydrothermal realm could be signs of something much greater, something cataclysmic. The plan's unspoken plea: we must understand, we must act. The guardians of this endeavor, the University of Wyoming, the U.S. Geological Survey, and the National Park Service stand united in their effort to provide a warning ahead of time. They stand ready to decode the whispers of the Earth, to hold back the tide of uncertainty so that humanity has time to prepare. But we, dear viewers, must also stand vigilant. We must heed this tale of caution and respect the power that lies beneath. So, subscribe and stay informed. Nature is an endless mystery, promising a new adventure with every discovery.